Hello, hello YouTube, and hi everybody. What I'm going to talk about today is Criterion version of Night of the Living Dead, and this is great. And if you want to know if this is on 4K, yes it is. But do you need the 4K? Not necessarily. This is good in 4K restoration, just as good as the 4K UHD. I saw this when I was a kid, teenager, and I loved it, and I loved it ever since. It's one of my go-to movies, which is good. It's in black and white, made in 1968, black and white, 96 minutes, Criterion Collection. Jazz Films is a new 4K digital restoration supervised by George Romero, God rest his soul. Co-screenwriter Johnny Russo, who's done a number of projects with George and without George. Sound engineer Gary R. Steiner and producer Russell W. Steiner. New restoration of the Mon annual soundtrack. I think I'm reading that right. Hopefully, I am. Supervised by Romero and Gary Steiner and presented. The soundtrack is uncompressed. May of Anibus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right either. And there before presented work print edit of the film. Yes, there's a work print on here because on one DVD that came out years ago, it has added footage to this movie. So if you had a DVD, I'd say keep it because I don't know why they added footage to it, but they did. I think they did it in the 90s or early 2000s. They just add stuff to Night Living Dead. Don't know why. Nobody knows for sure, but they did. So this one has a work print, and I saw work print, and you can see what they added, what they deleted, what they didn't put in, what they took out, all that good stuff. New program featuring filmmakers Frank Darabont, Guillermo del Toro, and Robert Rodriguez. Never before seen 60mm dailies reel. The dailies are pretty cool too. If you like watching dailies and outtakes and stuff. New program featuring Russo on the commercial and industrial film production company where key 9/11 Dead filmmakers got their start. George Romero, stuff that. Oh, trivia. George Romero did little films for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which was filmed in Philadelphia, if you didn't know that, before he became a big movie filmmaker. So, yeah. Which I said, what? And then I, I, I saw the footage of that, and it's like unbelievable, but it's true. Two audio commentaries from 1994 featuring Romero, Russo, producer Carl Harmon, and Judith O'Day, and other cast members. Archival interviews with Romero and actors Dwayne Jones and Judith Ridley. New programs about the film's style and score. New interview program about the director of Ghouls, featuring members of cast and crew. A direction of Ghouls, not director. Sorry. My bad, my mistake. New interviews with Gary Steiner and Russell Steiner. Newsreels from 1967, trailer, radio spots, and TV spots, plus an essay by critic Stuart what, Quanins. I can't pronounce that name, so forgive me on that. So this was made in 1968, groundbreaking zombie film. This defined what zombie movies became. See now when that Furran and Donna that surpassed this, but became the zombie films. Then changed them forever. Because that one takes place in the mall, and I'll talk about that some other time. Discuss that. But yeah, this is shots. This was filmed in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on a shoestring budget by George Romero. And this is social commentary on what was going on in the 60s, Vietnam, the riots, all that stuff. So George Romero took a social commentary on it and did Night of the Living Dead. You know, people in the farmhouse for hour and a half. and what happens. And I like it. You'll see stuff like this anymore. You don't. They made a remake in 1990, directed by Tom Savini, with stars Tony Todd and Bill Moseley. Is that shot by shot? Some of it, yes. Some of it, no. But it's that's good too. But people will always stand by this one. And excuse me, Dawn of the Dead. So here we go. Here's the side view. Here's the back. You can see that. Oh, you can all see that. And I'll try to get out for you folks because it's hard to get out. Some of these are hard to get out. I'm really shaking it because it's hard to get out. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got it. And here's some art from Criterion, guys. There's some art, and there's some art on the back. There you go. Yeah, yeah, cool. And you get two this. You get this one and this two, which I believe the movie's on this one, and the word print I probably is on this too. I haven't watched this in a while, but yeah, there's this scare, this too, and I'll show you this one. When I do your headphones, I don't like getting some of these out. So another way to put stuff. So imagine 4K is probably 3 disc because there's no way they're going to, you know, because I doubt the 4K has a word print and the Blu-ray has a word print. Unless they did 4 disc on it, I don't know for sure. Do you know where I'm with that? But I'm not going to say people's what's that. And this is a poster or booklet, the book you get. Yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go, right there. Yeah, this is all about the booklet about stuff about the credits, the cast, special thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Special thanks to cast members. The details about Night One Dead right there in this little mini poster. So yeah, there's nothing else with that. This is it. As I said, it's not necessary to have to 4K this, but if you choose to, you get almost like same restoration you get with this thing. But if you didn't get this and you want the 4K, go for it. But some people do upgrade, what I do sometimes on stuff, depending what it is. I don't upgrade everything, but certain things I do. But this is a nice upgrade. I mean, nice, you know, 4K scanned restoration Blu-ray. So everything's cool on it. I like it. Hope everybody out there in YouTube land and online stuff like this too. You can stream it, watch it on whatever platforms you have, probably on Tubi or YouTube or something. I don't know. But this is good as a Halloween night movie. This is good for any horror night film, or if you're a Criterion, you know, collection person. This is good for have your Criterion collection as well. So I do highly recommend this. And probably 99% of people would agree with this. This can never be duplicated, never copied, or made like this ever again. Tom Savini came close, but not close enough, but still. Because George wanted him, he did what George asked him to remake that again. But anybody else trying this, try to make a Night of the Living Dead or Night of the Dead something, has fallen short. George Romero will always be the master of this. Always. There's a few films that work, and there's your Walking Dead show, which works, but you have 20 Days Later, which works. You have one. The only zombie movie I've seen in recent years that works is One Cut of the Dead. But our ones have failed. Our ones are like 10 years behind, or should have been came out before Walking Dead was the show. Should have been 10 years. Should have been a year or two before that. So there's a few zombie movies I do like. That been recent 5 or 10 years, but very very few. Because unless you're changing the game, you're way behind. But that's it for today. So I have to say, you know, please leave any comments below. You know, like and subscribe, and hit the notification button. And everyone enjoy their day. And until the next video, thank you. Bye.